Hi everyone, this is Deborah. I just did a very long video, but I decided to put it into two parts. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell, and you'll get notified whenever I load a video up. This is about the jackass. This is why I don't tell my dates, which I only dated once this year, about my YouTube channel, because they don't realize I'm going to talk about their ass. Okay. If you go back and search, go under my channel and put in, he ate the whole thing. That is the same guy. Okay. I had my last $20. This is when I was on alimony. I just had my spinal fusion, and I had to make every dollar count. I was living in a huge 4,000 square foot home, and so I bought this roast, put it in a crock pot, and he drove all the way from Florida. Oh, number 11s are showing up. All the way from Florida. And I was figuring he was going to wine and dine me, take me to a really nice restaurant, maybe get a Bloody Mary, I don't know. Well, thought he's going to, come in a real fancy car, I don't know. He showed up in a car that was cut in half. Looked like it was cut in half. Now, I drove jalopies for a lot of my life, and I don't judge people by their car. But this guy gives you the illusion that he's rolling in the bucks. So I turned my back, and he ate the whole damn thing. And it was supposed to feed me the rest of the week. I actually threw him out of the house the next day, made him sleep in another bed. Something about him must have really grossed me out. I don't know what it was, but he remembered. He goes, yeah, you threw me out of the house. Must have had a good idea why, but... So he asked me, he hadn't talked to me for over, I guess, 10 months, almost a year. I block him every time. Well, then I start getting a little lonely, especially around the holidays. I unblocked him. And so he texts me out of nowhere. Well, he did wish me Happy New Year or Merry Christmas or something. At 3 a.m., I kid you not, will you marry me? I did not give him a straight answer. So he started texting me. Then we talked for 2 hours. And his, I don't want to give any details, but he was making plans to come to my house. And I told him in a text, no hanky-panky. I'm not going to do this. You're gonna stay in a separate bedroom. No, nothing, no cuddling, no nothing, very platonic. He goes, understood. Well, I thought about it, and I told you all about it, and you all said, oh, no. No guy worth a grain of salt is going to propose in a text at 3 a.m. Now, he kept calling me at 4 a.m., He called me like every 3 hours, all day long and all night long, texting me too. And I don't like that at all. Lets me know he's needy, whatever. So I gave him an answer. I said, no, you don't text a woman at 3 a.m. and ask her to marry you. So my answer is no. And I text him. I waited about an hour, and then I blocked him on everything. You guys, there's a lesson to be learned about this. Do not ask a girl to marry you over a text, okay? Don't do it. You're a jerk if you do. So, and don't go to somebody's house. This is what vetting is about. Vetting is this new thing. It's a new word out there for ladies. Some of these ladies are not letting anybody kiss them for 3 months. They're not having any sleepovers. They've got a long checklist. If you don't think us ladies don't have a checklist in our head or whatever, you're wrong, because I broke up with my first fiance because he had an anger issue. He said, oh, it's my testosterone. I said, well, you need to get it regulated, because whenever I wanted to be by myself and stay in my own house instead of his, he slammed his trunk. And I said, you know, this anger is misappropriated. You have no reason to be this angry just because I want to be by myself for a little while. And so anybody who slams or hollers or anything like that, there's a word for it. You don't need that in your life, because it's going to get worse once you are entangled. And for God's sake, you guys and girls, don't ever co-sign. Don't ever let them know you're social. Don't ever buy anything for them. My last fiance, he didn't have good credit, so I got a DirecTV account for him, and he promised he would pay me $75 a month. I had to round him up, beg him to pay for his own bill, and he made me out to be the bad guy. No, you don't do that. So take heed, you guys. Don't do it. Yeah. So that's the jerk-ass story, and I am proud of myself. I am not going to be used like that or intimidated, and yeah. So I will say goodbye. Thanks for listening.